Hi, I'm Nick,
And I'm Cameron.
I'm Carlos.
and
I'm Eva Ananova!
Yay!
Wait, I don't even have a new intro. I guess I'll just be like, ooh, I'm your one and only but
there you
That's so
go.
good. That's so good.
Are you sure that is your name though? Because I've also heard other names for you. I've heard I've heard Eva Burpanova. That's a classic. Nothing.
This is what he
uh,
does.
I poke and I prod. That's what I do.
It's on the wiki. It's on the wiki.
Ah, okay, gotcha. I'll check there for a full list. I'm sure that's there. So
Actually, I think Burpanova's just there, but I've heard Eva. To be honest, though, I had to ask my friends how I should pronounce my name before I debuted because I was like, how do I say my own name?
well, that's. I saw. I think it was a short or a video or something where you said like, "I really hate when people say my name wrong," and I wasn't sure if you were serious or you were just messing around. I was just like, "Have I been saying her name wrong this entire time? Have I made?"
No, because sometimes I be messing up my own name, and I'm like, wait a minute, I said my name wrong. How do I do
I
that?
mean, so I guess for then, how do you prefer it to be pronounced?
So technically it's Eva Ananova, but sometimes I talk way too fast, and it makes me slip up.
Oh, gotcha. So it's entirely possible that I heard Ava Ananova from you to begin with.
Yes, entirely possible. I think it was on my debut 2.0. I had like laryngitis really bad, and I was having a hard time talking. So every time I said my own name, because people were like constantly asking me because they just found out who I was, and I was just saying it so wrong, saying it different every time.
Keep them on their toes.
Exactly, make them come back for more.
What's the pronunciation this week?
Eva Nova.
Eva Anyanova.
Yes. Cue the cat ears. I don't have
oh.
cat ears.
I don't either.
I thought that was a legal requirement for all VTubers.
Small shark
Actually,
puppet.
what the heck? Wait, that's cute. Wait, if I toggle, oh, wrong one. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Oh wow,
There they are.
there.
That's
There we go.
there we go.
Oh, wait, oh. Okay, there we go.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
The bald toggle. It happened. I was witness to it.
That's the other requirement. That's number 2.
I don't even know my own keybinds.
It's fine. They're
That's-
fake.
Yep.
There's been so many VTubers that have said that they only have a bald toggle because the chat demands it so hard that they have no choice.
You should have seen the sketch that my mama gave back to me because the one thing I asked for was a bald toggle, and then she just wrote in Japanese, like in really big letters, bald question mark question mark question mark, and sketched it out. And my manager was like, I think she's a bit confused.
But she has the spirit.
Yes.
got there in the end. That's what matters.
Exactly.
And I guess speaking of that, you have, well, I mean, the reason that we're talking right now, not the only reason, of course, but one of the biggest reasons is you're going through a business related transition in your life. So up until now, you've been a member of Vivid, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so you've basically just gone independent. You and I believe it's Bunana is the other one as that was a member there that just went independent as well.
Yeah, so me and Bun, we just recently went independent. We were supposed to go independent in May, but obviously delays beyond our control. And a lot of people keep asking about Fish. We don't know. He's been gone.
I remember at your first year anniversary stream, you were talking about him. It just basically said he fell off the face of the planet. Like nobody knows what happened.
Yeah, he had to lock in. He had to lock in.
Milk and cigarettes, etc.
Yes, exactly. See, you get it. You get it.
These things happen, obviously, you know. You said yourself, actually, that you're not a full-time streamer because you have a job that you do regularly. And
Yep.
so that's got to be, first of all, a really tough balance to maintain anyways. But,
Yeah, right now I'm just thinking about like I have a mental list of everything I need to do, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's so much I gotta do now. I gotta fix like a lot of behind the scenes things, but it's like, one step at a time. I usually use like my lunch break and everything to work on streaming stuff. So
Oh.
I make it work.
Yeah, I've definitely been editing podcasts during my lunch break for, since we started, I think.
Podcast lives or die by the lunch break.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's definitely been moments where it's been really close to deadline. So
Income maxing.
yeah. Not from this
The
fucking
podcast
podcast.
made money.
The podcast the podcast did not make money. The podcast got some chicken nuggets one time, and
That's
we've spent a
sustenance.
lot more than chicken nuggets on this podcast.
What do
but
you mean? Income
That's
just
so real.
plus.
you don't get
It's
to
not
see
what
the
comes
books.
after the equal sign.
The books aren't balanced. But that's our concern.
That's us.
For us to deal with, I guess, at the end of the day. So yeah, you're transitioning. Were you independent before, or did you debut at Vivid? I guess.
So, oh my gosh. Okay, it's a really complicated story, and I have to be very careful how I
Right,
tell
right.
it. So like TLDR, I'm like several VTuber company auditions deep, several interviews deep. It's between this one company and this other company, and I went with the company that turned into Vivid because there was a lot of stuff that went down behind the scenes. And so it was Funfish and I left. So we have been involved with Vivid since essentially the beginning of 2023, and we didn't get to debut until May of 2024. And then now we're finally free. But essentially, it's been like it's been counting down freedom basically almost since like day one. It's felt like. So yeah, I've been with Vivid the entire time, but I obviously continued through knowing that I would most likely be able to go independent as long as I remained a good girl.
Well, congratulations on breaking the chains that bound
Yeah.
you, and for primarily keeping your IP, because that's huge.
That's the biggest
Yes.
one. Holy crap.
Thank you. I mean, I would hope I'd get to keep the IP because I paid for like all my model and assets and everything other than the rigging. So I'd be like, man,
Jeez.
what do you mean I don't get my IP?
This model going back into the Disney vault would have been a tragedy.
I would have like thrown up. I would have screamed,
I would have
cried,
thrown up,
thrown
too.
up, girl fail, crash out, like you see like the drunk people on the streets at night at like the gas stations, and they're like lean backwards, and it's like I don't know if I should go near them. I should probably walk. That would be me. That would be me if I didn't get to keep my IP artist model.
Absolutely
I go-
ruined as a person.
I go
Yeah.
to the gas station. Everyone's drinking wine coolers. I asked them what's wrong. All of them say unison. Eva didn't get to keep her model.
I didn't get to keep my model. Oh no! I feel like it's a little bit too personal with some of the motifs. It would have been really weird to forfeit it in trying to leave because I wouldn't be able to like see somebody else like basically skinwalking me.
Right? Like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna give it to some? No. No.
Yeah, that's something that's never really made sense to me as far as retaining IP as a VTuber company, I suppose, because no one's gonna play the part. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be completely different.
I think it's depending, like, it depends situationally. Like, sometimes if a VTuber agency closes down or whatever reason, they usually keep the IP to help, like, the closing cost in a sense for different, like, write-offs and whatnot. And people can, like, buy them back. It's, like, stupid business logistics. But it was, like, so dumb because it was like, wow, there's a lot of great models. And then you're given the choice, like, okay, you already paid, like, so much money for this model. You can stay with us and suffer, or you can pay even more money to leave, but you don't get your model, and then we're gonna go sell it on some online market in another country, and then someone else is gonna skinwalk you. And I was like, I guess I'll stay. I can't be in any more debt, so
Oh man, that's I guess something I hadn't considered. Is, well, first of all, the tax write-off thing. That business is
That's
gonna
big.
business as it does.
Mhm.
But also just the fact that they could they could take your model and sell it to someone that speaks Korean, and then they could be a Korean VTuber that no one in Korea had heard of until now. That's sort of,
Yeah, unfortunately, I did see that happen a lot with people that were close to
Oh,
me, and it kind of hurts. So
Mm.
I'm like, man, I hate that. I feel like that's pretty bad. I feel like if it doesn't go to the person, especially if it's not one of those like pre-made models, it was
oh
like it
yeah.
has a lot of motifs to that person. I feel like it's kind of wrong. I get it, you want to make your money back, but also it just makes sense if say the company didn't pay for it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and we're kind of seeing this right now with Chio with Pixel Link too, where
Mhm.
she didn't have her model for quite a long time now, and they were just sort of sitting on it. They
Just
didn't
hanging
really
it.
do anything with it, and she's getting it back now. But they were just kind of holding on to it. Now it makes sense why, if they could keep it as a business asset, that they would do that.
Yeah, it's a lot of like business assets, especially if there is an LLC, which most VTuber companies do have an LLC, obviously. So like the contract and like all the stupid legal business stuff. But I didn't know any of that obviously until I was put in a position. But yeah, I mean, I really wish everybody could get their IPs, and I think it would be fair. But I get it business wise. But I'm just like, man.
the business must
Mm-mm-mm.
survive.
Business.
Mm.
Okay, well, I guess so. Bye, Cam. Uh,
My dogs are barking. I instinctively check. There's a power line
okay,
down, and they hate people who fix things in cars
Oh,
that move slow.
my
gotcha.
dog's the same.
They must protect the homestead. That's what they're for.
They're
I know it.
deeply convinced they're doing a good job, and they're not. They're fumbling the bag.
Fumbled.
They're ruining the show.
Okay, well, I guess moving forward, you're now at the point where you separated from Vivid. You've made your announcement. It's a good announcement. I'll probably read it on the podcast this week, frankly,
Yeah.
just verbatim, uh, to lead into this whole segment. But aside from that, you're free. What are you gonna do
I'm
next?
free! I'm free! Wait, I gotta insert the image. Hang on, cut this part out. Cut it to me inserting the image when I can find it. Wait, it's so funny. I swear, it's so funny.
I
I'm so
believe
funny.
you.
I'm
Yeah, freedom.
free! Ciao!
So,
But
so
no, it's
what will you do
insane.
with your freedom?
Well, with my freedom, I guess. Well, number one is learning how to financially recover from
Yes.
not being paid.
Yeah.
So, it's like it's gonna be slow, but I'm excited to be able to do a lot of things. In terms of obviously provide better quality content. Trying to fund for like a new outfit re-debut because a lot of people look at me and they're like, ah, tech girl. But if you watch a lot of my content, it's like, wow, her mommy said she's special when it comes to music. So so
Excellent line.
I feel like I need that to represent myself. And then obviously after that following, I'm really hoping to be able to do like a full original EP. I have probably like my entire musical career close to like 200 songs written, so I would love to share some of those that are sitting in the archives with everybody and fully produce those. So hoping to do something really cool like that, but a big part is trying to incorporate like traditional music scene into the VTuber space. Because I feel like a lot of things with VTubers, it's like, I released my J-pop EP. Go stream it on Spotify and an acrylic standee in my pen light. That's it. And like I love that, but I want to see your nasty comfort color t-shirt with some like really sick like print on it. Like you don't know who it would be from. You wouldn't be able to tell it's from a VTuber. Like a vinyl record like pressed by an independent VTuber, cassettes, like stuff that you would
Yeah.
genuinely see if you went to a show and you like
Mhm.
walk up to their table because I mean I used to like sell merchandise at shows. I used to take photos and everything. I did that before VTubing, so I want to bring that into this space because that's something very important for me. So that's like my next step.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually one of the things that made me want to watch you the most was because a lot of the things that you're involved with your music. So at my last job, I worked for a company that what I like to refer to as the retirement home for local bands.
Oh.
So a lot of the music that they talked about, like all the local scene, smaller time, complete opposite of idol music. That's what
Yes.
I spent many years around that, and you give me the same vibe as that, and you're involved with a lot of the same music, and I really liked that.
Yay! I love sharing a lot of smaller artists and even like local artists that I grew up with. Because I mean, my whole shtick is, guys, I'm from the Midwest. Go cornfields! Yay! And
Yeah.
like I grew up around like the Louisville hardcore scene, so like I saw like Knocked Loose and stuff in their early days when they were playing at this pizza shop called Spinelli's in like downtown Louisville and stuff, and it was just like 20 to 50 like hardcore edgy high school kids throwing their arms at each other to this guy going like into the microphone. So that I don't know, that's like very important to me just because I grew up around it and I'm like I gotta share this with other people. And it's crazy how many people in the scene are like, oh my god, I love that music. And I'm like, what? VTuber people also like this music as well? I'm not the only one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of old punks and metalheads hanging out everywhere. It turns out,
Mhm.
like,
Heck
Uh,
yeah.
Around here, it was Fox's Pizza, so
yeah, there was literally
yeah.
a local Fox's Pizza that just had random shows all the time, and it was just bands with like 7 people would turn up and they would just beat the tar out of each other. You know what I mean? Like that was the
I
whole
love
show.
that. That's the best
So
though.
The dichotomy of the debut, where it's like, I love Hatsune Miku, and I love K-pop, and I love the Dillinger Escape Plan. Yeah, all that stuff's good.
practically the same.
That's literally me. That's literally me. I'm like, one moment it's like you check out my little K-pop cover I have on my channel, and then you're watching my karaoke's, and then I'm just like, I'm so emo.
The Midwest emo comes through always.
I added a
My little
seventh to this
twink
minor chord.
riffs.
Now you know
Well,
how I feel.
I'm not
Yes.
familiar with this term. Learning experience for me. Yeah, so you like a lot of alternative music, punk metal, emo, all that kind of stuff. That's always that, as you just said, that's been a very big inspiration. That's sort of like where you came up from. So that's really
Yeah.
cool to the concept of just like bringing a lot more of that into VTubing, because I can probably count on one hand the number of VTubers that have really like messed with metal a whole lot. And
Yeah.
like Katie Cat's the only one that comes to mind, honestly. Aside from
Love
you,
her.
obviously.
Love her.
Yeah.
And again, just like having more crossover, having more interests brought in is always great. It diversifies the entire community even more, which is interesting.
Yeah. and
Yeah.
Honestly, it's such a me thing. I'd be more excited for a lot more VTuber music if it was like, yeah, we wrote this and we played the instruments in it, and these lyrics mean something to us. That's the kind of stuff I like seeing more.
That's what I'm saying. Cause like literally all the songs that I have, it's like totally like essentially composed by me, and they're just really crappy demos that I like threw together. And you know, it's like lyrics, everything is me, and I don't. It's like all my songs are like actually stereotypical Midwest emo. I need to branch out into another genre, but that's like a very important thing to me for like music. Because I understand it's like the pop route where like someone else writes your lyrics, someone else composes and produces your song. But I don't know. Like for me, just how I grew up, I feel like I couldn't, unless it was like say I just came in on like a verse as like a collaboration or whatever. I couldn't say like this is my song because I'm like that's not my
Yeah.
song. If I just
That's
sing it, that's not my song to me.
that's always a little pet feeling I've had. Now, I'm going to throw in a quick music production question because you revealed how many demos you make. How well titled are your demos? Because I'm looking at my project folder right now, and one of my songs is titled "Me on My Way to Get a Can of Pringles," and another song is titled "I'm at a gas station and my knees hurt," and that has nothing to do with the songs. Do you title your demos well?
Well, one of my demos is titled Girthquake, so
Yeah, you do better.
That's a great title, though.
That rules.
And then there's like another like there's like this really sad raw like guitar clip, and it's just like I have my friends on like drums and bass, and then I'm just screaming, whining into the microphone, and it's literally titled "You Said I Lost Myself, but it was really you who's lost." Like
Yeah.
peak emo. It's always so sad, or something that's like this sounds like Knuckle Puck, but like way more Twinkie.
Oops, all twink.
Twinkie, Twinkie, little star.
Oh my goodness.
I
It's
wish my
like
dad would let me borrow the car.
I think that's part of like the whole like allure, right, to some of it is the fact that it is just so raw and straightforward, and there's not like it is just streaming into a microphone for some songs, but sometimes it's what you need, and that's what people want to hear because it's
Yeah.
honest and it's you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like sing until a couple years ago, and our singer like quit my band that I'm in, and it was like, okay, well, who's gonna step up next? I was like, I guess it's me, and since then, that's literally like how I became a VTuber and everything, and got into like singing, and I was like, well, karaoke is good practice because like I haven't been singing for long, and I'm not the best, but I think what matters is the emotion, the authenticity. I mean,
100%.
I don't think anything's perfect. I'm not really too much of a fan of like the really overproduced, like super tuned to the T vocals. I don't know. I like
Yeah.
it when it's like, it's you don't have to sound pitch perfect.
Yeah. I've listened to a lot of No Effects in my life, and Fat Mike sings flat on every song.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
it's
still
awesome.
great, you know? Well, I had a thought and I lost it. Well, oh well, so much for that. We'll just go to the question list now. That
Let's go to
has
the question list.
been
Yeah,
compiled by the three
cutie.
of us. So what got you into VTubing to start with?
Oh man. Okay, it's 2020. My friend hits me up. Hey, it's time for our 24-hour VR chat session that we do because there's nothing better to do. Oh, by the way, Hololive English is actually doing English debuts. Do you want to watch in VR chat? Oh, wait, what? They're doing English VTubers now? That's really sick. Get in VR chat. I'm in like full body VR chat, like stupid degen crap. It's like 3 in the morning watching Hololive English debuts, and we watch Garguro's debut, and I'm like, oh, she's pretty cute. And then we watch all the other debuts, and then like I really came as like such a fangirl. And then eventually I have all my friends that were like, wait, you could probably do that. And I was like, should I? And then I just started applying. And oh my gosh, I had been applying to like different VTuber corpos for like 3 years. Interviews, turned down, like, here's a contract. Actually, nope, we found someone better. I was very discouraged. And like, I had submitted like my last chunk of auditions before I was like, okay, I'm just gonna move on and find something else. And then I got in Vivid, and I've learned like so much because I seriously didn't even know where to like properly start. And so I'm just like, man, everything falls into place for a reason.
Yeah, I remember you said in your announcement that like this was going to be your last attempt at being a VTuber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, and I had given up some time before that, and I was going through like a really rough patch in my life because it was when I decided to leave the music industry due to just having like being around a lot of people that were toxic and not really like the best for your mental well-being, and it's like I don't want to like affiliate myself with that because that's not what I'm for. And so I was like, I'm just gonna give it a couple more shots, like send in some audition videos. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've only been like a IRL content creator slash music person my entire life, so I'm gonna give this a shot. I probably don't fit in. They're like, hey, we kind of like you. We're kind of interested. Come interview. And then it went really well. And I was like, oh, nice.
I think there's something to be said too, and I remembered what I was going to say, and that's what this is now. Which is sometimes you just gotta do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we've been prepping interviews for like we've been talking about interviews for like a year and a half and prepping them for at least a couple months, and this happened in like a 2-day span of all of this.
Oh, I did it.
So
Yeah.
because we're not prepared at all. By the way,
There are
this
questions.
is going
There's a document.
Me
yeah,
either.
which we finished writing 4 minutes before we started. But that's just
We're
peeling
here
the
for the
you know.
vibes.
We are
And that's the
vibing.
thing is like it turns out just chat, it'll be fine. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that comes down to a lot of like any kind of like transition between for business and things like that is sometimes you just got to do it and it'll work out or it won't, and just deal with the consequences as they happen, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I, like, survived this entire thing. It was like, "Okay, I've already made it this far. I've been stuck here for, like, a year already. Do I forfeit everything or do I continue on?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I've already been through it 1 year. What's to say another?" And, like, it was really hard, but, I mean, in the end, it's really worth it because I'm really happy to say, like, I didn't really get too much support, and like usually corpos they give you like advertisements and stuff to give you like that boost. That's like the whole point of almost joining an agency too. And I didn't end up getting any of that, but I was really shocked, and I still like wake up every day like, why me? I'll never understand why, but I just started hitting the algorithm, and it was very like organic growth, and people were coming in, and I was like, wow, 10 plus years of failed content creation, I finally feel somewhat successful. So it's like you just got to keep doing it and you got to remember and remind yourself that you love it at the end of the day and stuff's going to happen at the spur of the moment. So it's like my little motivational spiel right there. Like, seriously, never give up. Never give up. Because, I mean, one day you'll get somewhere. It's just a matter of time. Because a lot of people think I just spawn out of nowhere, but little do they know, it's like I've been working up to something like this. Maybe not even VTubing in specific for like over a decade.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can.
that's the story for a lot of them, a lot of VTubers really, where most of the Hololive girls, whenever they kind of open up about it, and they say, "This was like my fourth audition to this company alone."
Yeah.
Like they just don't give up.
Yeah, I mean, I auditioned to a couple companies several times, and like, I got interviewed maybe like twice, and things didn't work out, or maybe they did work out, and you have to like weigh your choices. But I don't know. I'm kind of the person where I'm like at the point where it's like everything does really happen for a reason, and things will fall into place, and you just got to keep chugging along.
I think there's something to the fact that there's a lot of peaks and valleys when it comes to creation online and stuff too.
Hmm.
Um, the Super Chats is the most successful online thing I've been a part of, and I've been streaming for a decade, and this is my third podcast. Like,
Let's go! It's
so,
really awesome.
so like the fact that we ever had any traction was just a surprise and delight. But that's the thing, is sometimes you got to try for a decade before something like catches, before you find the right thing where you're really enjoying what you're making, and people seem to tune in for it. So
Yeah, and I mean, you gotta realize whenever you first start out, your content's gonna suck.
Oh
You're gonna
God.
look back at it and you're gonna be like,
yes,
oh my God, because like I look back at my videos even from like a couple years ago and I'm like, this is hot garbage. How, like, like,
you
oh
have to
my
suck before
gosh.
you can get good at something. That's just how it
Yes,
works.
exactly.
And if you don't look back and cringe at the old stuff you made, then you haven't made any advancement. So you kind of
Yep,
have
you're
to
doing
be
it
like,
wrong if you're not cringing.
just accept the fact that you're always going to be cringe and live.
Yep, cringe but free.
Yep. Do better every time. Uh,
Mm.
so, you had a very good moment, recently, if nothing else, which is that you got a video from your Kamiyoshi. Yeah, that reaction.
I sobbed this morning over it. I literally sobbed for like an hour straight yesterday when I saw it. I was like, no freaking way! Because coming from like a musical background, like, oh my gosh. I mean, you hear Imogen Heap everywhere. Everybody's like, who? But then it's like, okay, you've heard the Jason Derulo song, like,
Mhm.
what you say? And it's like, oh yeah. And it's like, yeah, that's the girl who like made that song basically. She's heavily sampled pioneer in pop music. She's literally like my inspiration because she's been undervalued for a long time, but she has made such a mark and some people don't realize. And like now her like really like important to her album Speak for Yourself is like starting to trend on say like TikTok and stuff. Like people are using like Headlock. I mean, it's blown up and she's finally like getting this success independently. Not saying she's never been like successful, she's always been incredibly successful, but like, I love that woman. I could go on for hours. I was so.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you like that. I mean, like, I'm glad that happened for you. The Nova Bites are that was something that the Nova Bites did for you, right? Do I have that right?
Yes, they're so awesome. They make me cry so much because it's genuinely very sweet. And my whole thing whenever I came into this was like I understand a lot of streamers like you're gonna see like a lot of names come through your chat, but like you're not really gonna remember a lot of them. But to me, the most important part of like being a live streamer versus just say your average Joe content creator is to build like almost like I don't want to say relationship because people are like parasocial relationships, but like you build like this friendship and this community and this bond with all these people. Because I mean, they're coming in every day. You can't act like you don't know them.
Yeah.
And especially,
Yeah.
I think being involved in the community is very important, and it's integral to obviously the growth of your community as well. But just also, it brings me so much joy. I really enjoy talking to everybody, and like I'm very active in Discord. All the Nova Bites crash out about work together. We're all like, "Man, I hate my wage cage." Typing all in the middle of our support tickets, like this lady's so annoying on this printer. Like I don't know, it's the little things to me, and like I found myself like. There was this road sign. I was on a road trip one time. There's this road sign that literally like had the name. Like this town was named and it was literally like one of my viewers' names, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, look, it's you!" I took a picture of it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's you!" I don't know. The community is like really one of the most important things to me, and I like getting involved and talking to like everybody. It's so huge to me. It's so huge to me.
Yeah, I think that's something that that was something that I learned was how important the community is, I guess, because we have like our own little Discord now, and it's the same people we talk to, and they each have their own particular peculiarities and particular things about them and stuff. But it's definitely one of those things where you kind of learn everybody, and you guys have certain things that you talk about with certain people because you just have like the
Mm.
same wavelength on those things and stuff like that. Honestly, I started streaming because I was just like, I can play video games and make money? That's crazy. And then 10 years of
No
not making money,
way.
I was like, maybe this isn't the point. And
Maybe I
so,
should enjoy this.
yeah, exactly. And so I realized that the important thing about it is definitely meeting new interesting people and like just that community core of people that you can turn to and like be like, hey, you know about this particular thing. Let's talk about that kind of thing,
hmm
you know.
we have our resident boy lovers who inform us what boys do online. 'Cause
That's
none of
true.
us watch the boys enough, and we love that person. The super chats
Yeah,
community, yeah, they keep me humble. It's the most I've ever been called white in my life.
real, real. Go white, go go. Go white, go go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Uh,
So,
Very interesting.
as far as the content that you make, because you've said before that you're gonna be refocusing yourself sort of to be more musically dedicated, right?
mm.
With and you have some design cues like that. You have the pick in your hair, and stuff like that. So, I take it with your planned redesign, you're gonna lean more into that, right?
Yeah, it'll kind of be like a separate outfit. I'm going for more of like something that is kind of me in a sense of like my style, like IRL. Like you would look at it and you'd be like, oh yeah, that girl, she works like the merch booth or like stuff like that. I'm not going for like the hot topic like goth girl, but I'm definitely going for something that's like kind of like a soft like I don't know. Whenever musicians come out on stage, like the girly pops, I don't know if do you guys know who Wisp is?
Googling.
She makes shoegaze music. She comes out in like the most cutest nonchalant outfits ever, but you could tell she like makes alternative
yeah.
music. That's like the vibe. That's like the vibe. Twilight Core, Bella Swan.
Well,
I'm
hey,
so
as an
sorry.
indie,
Masters.
No, you go ahead
like,
first, Carlos.
I was gonna say, as an indie, that is now all your decision. You don't have to worry about what anybody says with that anymore.
Yeah, I do still have the manager that I had previously. I will preface this by saying she is just the most absolute lovely person and has had my back and been my like number one supporter like day one. She's been my number one oomph. So she's always been so amazing, and she's helping me with kind of like these big things like that. So much love to her, but she helped me with this one. This design was pretty much all of my say with some guided direction. So I'm very happy, and it's very exciting to do like a totally different outfit, hopefully in the future.
Very nice.
And we definitely
I,
look forward to it. We'll cover the shit out of that.
uh, uh, aside from your model and updates to that and everything, you also do pretty frequently a lot of hand cam streams. And that seems to be
Yeah.
sort of very key to a lot of what you do.
Yeah, I'm a very artsy, craftsy person. I like playing guitar. I think it's the fact that also I came into this scene as like a normie too. So I'm like I feel like I'm definitely a normie. I've like whenever I talk to a lot of other VTubers, I kind of feel a little bit out of place because we don't have too much in common. I think that's the reason why I do a lot of hand cam streams because I love doing like arts and crafts, playing guitar, doing my little charcuterie boards, my little white girl behavior. I don't know. I do whatever comes to mind. I think in COVID I definitely burnt myself out on video games. And
Mm.
I don't know. I don't like personally I don't really watch people play games anymore. So
I get you.
Yeah, nobody
I'm
watches Twitch to watch video games anymore, pretty much.
no, so I'm just like I'm gonna do whatever I want. I mean that's what happened the one time I did my first drive-through stream. I was like, man, I have a stream scheduled, but I'm really hungry. What if I just do this? And then I did it. And then it got turned into a short and everyone was like, yay, do it again.
Next week's Taco Bell.
Oh, no, Taco Bell did not go well. I did that one once, never again.
Mm. I think there's something to be said about that. Like, as I hate to call it a content strategy because that just is the most disgusting business terms, but it's one of those things where if you're doing what everyone else is doing, then who cares? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you hopping in the car and going to a drive-through is different and interesting and fun, frankly. And so, like,
I
that's
do have a lot of road rage.
not necessarily fun for you then, but fun for everybody watching, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun because, like, I get to eat dinner because I forgot and I remembered right before my stream. So then I'm like, okay, it's a win-win for both parties. I mean, like, imagine, oh man, I went to McDonald's for lunch today. All right, I'm gonna veer off topic for a second. Went to McDonald's, waiting to make a left turn out of my workplace for like 5 minutes. This Jimmy John's driver, okay,
Oh.
like starts backing up and like it's like this really odd catty corner like parking spot in front of my building, and there's other cars like they can't back out and like get around me, so they were about to like T-bone me, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? So I flip them off and then I put it in reverse, and then they ended up making the left turn. I had to wait like 5 more minutes, but I caught up to them and I flipped them off. I was like, imagine if I live streamed that would have been insane. I was losing my mind.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I adore that. That's so
Also, white woman forgets to eat. Count it.
we're keeping that counter going.
I ate lunch and dinner today. Are you proud of me? I normally don't do both.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
How much water have you had? Yeah. Okay,
There you
good,
go.
I have
Hydration check.
my G Fuel. Very yummy.
good. Mm.
What's the code?
Use code Ananova for 20% off, baby!
There we go.
You better see a spike after this episode.
bet.
We're gonna start
It'll-
banning people from the Discord.
It'll be me. I'm gonna order more.
I guess you can use your own code. There's nothing stopping you.
You're
I
losing
don't
money
think there
otherwise.
is.
True.
I'm in it for the shits and gigs.
Oh man. To get a little bit, I guess now is the serious time. We have to have serious interview time.
Okay.
Which is that you've talked. I mean, recently, VShojo has been very big in the news, or the what happened to it and everything. And I believe one of the tweets that I saw from you around that time was that this is very personal for you when it comes to the fact that VShojo took $500,000 that was supposed to go to the Immune Deficiency Foundation, and it didn't make the money didn't make its way there. And
Mm.
so, I guess the question is you have some form of an autoimmune disorder, right?
Yeah, I have technically I have CVID, which is common variable immunodeficiency, but my IgM, it's like two immunoglobulins, which are like parts that it's it's proteins in your blood that play a really big part in fighting off infection and preventing it from like making you sick. And so I have two of those that are technically deficient, but the one I'm most affected by is called selective IgA deficiency, where I have zero immunoglobulin A. So whenever that whole thing was like going on, I was oof. It hit too close to home. I was angry.
Mm.
Very
Yeah,
understandable.
I don't think I've ever said this on anywhere online actually, but I'm also, well, I don't know also is the right word, but I am IgA deficient. That's been something I've dealt with for a long time in my life. So, yeah,
Yeah.
shit sucks. I
Yeah,
guess
no
basically.
blood transfusions. No blood transfusions. They could kill us.
Yeah, no whole blood. That's the thing, is like you can
Nope.
only have like washed cells or something. I really got to learn more
Yeah.
about what's wrong with me, frankly. Uh because turns out
Hey,
if
I could
yeah,
tell you.
message me
This
later. Tell me
VTuber
what's
could save your
actually up.
life.
I
Because I know
got you. I got you.
I'm supposed to have one of those bracelets. It's like, don't give me a blood transfusion because it will kill me.
Oh, I
But
have one of those. You should get one of those because I'm always like, if I don't wear it, what if I get a car crash and die?
yeah, it is, frankly, it's something that does sort of sit in the back of my mind as one of those things I need. That's one of those, I'll get around to it someday, and then, I really just need to do it today, because if you don't do it, it won't happen. So,
Exactly.
all right. Carlos, ask a question.
Go ahead,
I demand
Carlos.
it.
I guess just one thing I was curious about. If you ever had the chance to go full time as a VTuber, would you actually do it?
I would absolutely love to do that. Just dedicate all my time to making content. I mean, you would see me stream several times a day, every day. It'd be actually insane. I don't know. I have a very strong work ethic. I'm the kind of person whose mind can't be put to sleep. I like to work from sun up to sundown.
I get that a lot.
So I would very much enjoy it, and I think everybody else would would love to just see like copious amounts of content. But if I could, I definitely would take advantage of being able to go full time streamer. But it's very difficult when you put it into like fruition. So I think realistically, I am hoping to get to a point where I can maybe drop down to say like doing what I do part time, maybe 3 days a week, or like 3.5 days a week or whatnot, and then also trying to dedicate more time to content.
'Cause, yeah, I know that a lot of people have different opinions on whether they want to do that or not. Because even some
Mm,
people at bigger companies, while they could live off of the company alone if they really wanted to, they still do work their normal job. And despite how much growth they get, they never really give up their completely separate private job. But just
yeah,
everybody seems to have a different opinion on that.
yeah, I think it has to do with some people also craving that normalcy because as a VTuber, you're pretty much locked in your room tied to your desk essentially. That was also like a big part of the drive-through stream for me was like I want to push the boundaries of what a VTuber can do on a live stream. So like I went shopping one time too. I was like I couldn't get a cinnamon roll toy at McDonald's, so I went to Five Below and I was like, okay guys, 1 second, I'm gonna go buy a cinnamon roll blind box to make myself feel better. But I think there's a normalcy to it, and that's definitely where I stand too. Like I at least would want to be able to go out and do something like normal a couple days a week just to keep myself sane and in check. And obviously socialize with people outside of VTubing. But I definitely love to be able to dedicate way more time to it.
Yeah, I mean that's something it's kind of good for you anyway. If you're sitting at your desk all day,
The sun.
eventually, yeah, you could use some sun.
I am vitamin D deficient, but that's for other reasons.
But
I think
also if you don't have a life outside of your desk, then how do you entertain people? It's kind of like
hmm
if you don't
Mm.
if you don't have anything to talk about, how do you talk?
No, exactly. I would feel very lost. I'd feel very lost, but also it's like I feel like it would be so draining, and then it would lead you to like I don't know. I feel like it'd be really unhealthy to, at least for me, to like be chronically online. I have a pretty like tough skull, like and a tough mindset right now. Like people can be absolutely as mean as they want to me. It's not gonna get to me one bit because it's like it's the internet. But obviously, some people whose entire life revolves around the internet, due to whatever their situation might be, it can be a little hard on your mental. So I think it's good to keep some sense of normalcy for yourself.
The internet is just like, did you see a movie came out and someone you don't know, but they're engineered in a lab to irritate you?
They're
They
like,
just
kill
appear.
yourself.
Yeah, like you liked movie? Aren't you aware that movie was bad? The last good movie to come out was the Rocket Power movie, and nothing good has happened since.
Okay,
Exactly.
assume about me whatever you want, but I really liked the last Unknown Mortal Orchestra album. I thought it was really good, right? And it's just like it's just hippie jam music, and that's fine because it's just what I needed at the time it came out. I really liked it. And I had somebody in real life standing next to me at my desk, and I was like, I really like this new album. This is really good. And they were like, huh. They opened their phone, looked up a review, and said, this guy thinks it's bad. And I went, I already like it. What are you trying to do? And it was the most
URLs need not apply.
I think I literally screamed, my God, I should have consulted Anthony Fantano. Like, just, and
No.
but it was the most online conversation I've ever had in real life. It was like, I just said I liked it. You telling me someone else doesn't like it isn't gonna fucking change that. Like, what do you want me to do here? But that's like half the conversations that I end up having on the internet, as I just like, I go, this thing's pretty neat, and they go, it is awful, and you should jump off a bridge. And so, like, there is certainly an element of you have to get some separation from that.
I
And yeah,
I wait
definitely.
till the year's done so I can only listen to 9 out of 10s.
Yeah.
I aggregate everything into an Excel sheet. I make sure nothing bad happened. I make sure it's the best thing ever. I can't wait to listen to any music this year.
Brian Stars core. Let's go.
Oh man. I have just like a confession to make, I guess, and that is that I'm an old man. And
Nick, we know.
Shut up, Cam, I'm talking. Get off my
Your
lawn.
back hurt.
Yes, unfortunately. All the time.
We were pulling out VHSs last time I was over.
Don't tell people that. I have a Laserdisc player, and I have VHSs, and I'm old, and that's fine. But I grew up in a time, and this has been one of those things where I've had to manually adjust in my brain because it's deeply entrenched, that I grew up in a time where if someone called you emo or suggested that you liked emo music, you had to fight them. That was the rule.
Yes. Me
Because
too. Me
it was
too.
like, yeah, it was just straight up like an insult, and you couldn't be associated with it now. So I guess, I'm just happy that people are allowed to enjoy emo music now, and I'm glad that it's
Same.
like a core part of like you and your a lot of what you do online is the fact that you're just like, yeah, Midwest emo, like about it, let's go. So
Yeah, I've always tried to, like, I was always the weird kid growing up and was like, ew, emo kid. Because, like, not a lot of kids in my school were emo. It was, like, very hillbilly. Because I grew up, like,
Oh no.
super yeehaw redneck. And
Yeah.
so they were throwing some words back and forth
Yeah.
all the time at me. And I was like, oh, okay, we're going to do that. But I don't know. There was, like, something, like, I always just advocated. I for a long time was like, oh, don't call me emo. I'm not emo. I'd never be emo. That's so sad. And one day I was just like, you know what? Frick off. I'm emo. I'm emo, and like I'm not like some crazy person. I'm very normal. I just like this music. I think it scratches my brain right. And I'm happy that I could like walk outside and someone's like, you're emo? That's so cool. I'm like, no one would have said that to me when I was in school. They were all like, kill yourself. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, for me that was being a weeb, because I was like I mean, like, to be 100% fair, I've never been super into emo music. To this day, I don't really, and this is like pop emo, anyways, I guess. But like, it took me a long time to come around to Fall Out Boy. You know,
Mhm.
I've accepted that into my heart now. It's fine. But like, I still can't do MCR. It's a bridge too far. Can't do it. But for me, growing up, like, I was a weeb, so it didn't matter. I couldn't make fun of emo kids because I was getting made fun of for liking anime. So
It's called solidarity.
That's where they
yeah,
bonded together. Like all my friends, like that I had growing up, were all weebs. They didn't like emo music, but they were weebs, and we were like, we're both being heavily bullied. Shake hands.
yeah, you find your comrades where you can, and that's completely fine. But yeah, it's funny the similarities that are involved there. Um,
Yeah.
I was talking. Okay, well, I was talking to some furries, right? uh,
It's
recently,
the
and they
funniest
were
segue possible.
yeah. But this it relates, I swear. But they were like, we're feel like we're kind of where the anime community was like 15 years ago, and I was like, yeah. No, yeah, that sort of lines up. You guys are definitely the bully target right now, and that's so
They've been the bully target for a very long time.
It's
since
okay.
forever.
I have a confession.
Oh no, let's go.
Oh no.
I used to draw furry art for furries, for convention badges, and then I'd laminate them. They'd pay me like $10 to draw their persona, and it was all the most copy paste thing ever because I could only draw like one, and it was like that cat fox dog thing, and then I just color it or add accessories on it, and then like write their name and paint it, and then I laminate it. That's my confession. I have nothing against furries.
Oh
I
no, like,
can't
and that's
speak.
I have friends that are furries. That's just part of who they are and everything. And that's how I had that conversation with them. But yeah, get your bag. That's what that's called.
Mhm.
If you can
Real.
sell something to the furries, do it because first of all, they have so much
They're
money.
rich.
Yeah,
They're oil barons.
and I've joked with, well, a lot of them work in IT, believe it or not.
That
That
is true.
was
That is true.
that's
IT
one
and
of the
doctors.
jokes that my friend loves to tell. He always says there's got to be a ton of security for Anthrocon because if anything happens there, like the infrastructure for the entire internet will be in danger because that's like where all the sysadmins are. They're just there.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
oh man. Cam, do you have anything that you would like to ask or say?
Why, yes, I do. So, this is a question I like to ask because it's something I think about a lot. It's a meta question about VTubing as a whole. Recently, a lot of things have been happening in the VTuber world. Best to just set it up real quick. A lot of corporations have been going away, let's say. And we've definitely continued to see this move from we should all get together and form a corporation and we should dogpile our money and figure out how to become the biggest guys ever. And now let's make a metaverse. And that's kind of been not as much anymore. Companies have been falling apart and we've been seeing smaller talent first things. My question for you is where do you think VTubing from your perspective is going?
I definitely think it's going more in the route of indies. I think there's more friendship groups
Mm.
versus trying to actually be some sort of specific like asset, be tied to an asset. I don't know, it rose up and it all fell apart because it was a very like experimental time for small corpos a couple years ago. And obviously there comes a point where you go into the red because there's this expectation that you feel like you need to live up to, and it's a bunch of like rich software dev friends coming together and being like, yes, we have a board of directors and it's my friends I play WoW with. And and then they're like, "Oh, guys, we ran out of money, and like our talents are really not that profitable because we actually have to pay them."
The second round of
That's
investing did not come through.
yeah, and then we see a lot of problems with talent payment and like just a lot of internal issues because it's like I don't know, these are not really like some of them are business guys, but most of them aren't really business guys. And I think it's to the point where it's all fallen apart. But there's this very specific community that's like almost ex small corpo VTubers that's like bonded together. And I feel like it's definitely making the indie scene grow stronger. And we're seeing more of like these management companies pop up compared to agencies. So what they can
Mm.
provide is management services, but not all the other bells and whistles. And I think that's where it's headed, and I think that's the brighter direction. So if you want to join like talent management, you can be affiliated, say, with something similar to like Mythic, where they provide talent sponsorships, brand deals, all that stuff to kind of
Yeah.
like get you going. But most of it's still on you.
Yeah, it's like if you email Mythic and ask, "Hey, can I collab with this person?" The reply you get is like, "Why are you asking us? Do
Yeah,
you need a discount code for something? Something going on?"
yeah. It's like they handle the business, and they know the business, because I feel like that's what a lot of people don't really know. And that's what's gonna help take you like to the next level and maybe be able to do something like this full time. But I think that's definitely more so we'll see corpos go away and stuff that's like talent management services
Mm.
come in, and maybe they ask for a fixed fee every month. Maybe they take like say a 10% cut, and you own everything and you just pay them for their services, and vice versa.
So the future isn't a YouTube we made ourselves that only has VTubers on it, and sometimes we pay them when we feel like it, or if the stars tell us.
I mean, there's definitely still stuff popping up, and I sometimes I'm just like, I just want to be like, oh no, save yourself, save yourself. I mean, there's so many girls who have like the inside scoop nowadays, and it's all
Mm.
over the internet where it used to not be all over the internet. So I think we have way more resources than we did a couple years ago to get your feet wet into VTubing and kickstart your VTubing career. And a big part of it is having to become somewhat of an extrovert and reach out to people and network. If you can not bring yourself to be an extrovert on the internet as an anime girl, nobody actually knows who you are.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna go very far. You
On the
gotta
internet,
put
you are
yourself out there.
you're only your voice. You're only
Yeah,
what you're
I mean,
saying.
nobody knows something about me. I could be like, haha, poop poop butt fart, and I'm not that embarrassed.
Oh my god, it's the poo poo butt fart. I love that one.
Exactly. No, nobody knows who I really am. I really am an anime girl.
I knew it. I knew it the whole time.
I heard your theories. I'm sorry for being skeptical.
Man.
Hey, we've been seeing a lot of major, big, like indie collaborations over the last year too. Because I mean, we've seen you everywhere, all kinds of collaborations, and there's like Vialore and like Kana have been setting up a whole bunch of them.
Oh yeah, the
Mm.
It's
massive
just
relays.
There's an
a lot
ASMR
of
relay
relays.
every weekend. Like
They've been
it's
frying
constant
Nick's
now.
brain.
It's so listen, I like ASMR.
Yeah.
16 hours straight is a lot.
I'd be in a coma.
I think Nick is in a coma. Wake up.
No, I'm
Nick,
happier
you're missing
here.
the interview.
Man. Oh wow. Do you guys Carlos, do you have anything else you'd like to ask?
I think that was everything I had.
Okay. Cameron, how are you doing?
I could ask a quick rapid fire, very small one.
I got you.
Okay.
I can give you one right back.
All right.
Quick music recommendation. You can do an album or a few songs.
Ooh, okay, I got you. So,
open.
Sorry Excuse by Property of Natures, Pipe Dream by Blighttown, Oreo by Inward Heel. That's like getting into like scrams a little bit. Ooh, I'm No Loon by Ben Quad, Decay by If Kansas Had Trees. I would say Raft Easily by Rooftops, Pig by TTNG. I could go on.
You might have made
So-
some of them up. I'll still search them.
No, I promise. None of them are made up. They're all real and true.
Hell yeah.
All
hell
very
yeah.
different.
I'm
It's good to have
starting
a
to think
diverse
you're
taste.
really into music. Is that
Not at all. I actually really hate it. I would never listen to music.
Same.
So my rapid fire question for you is: whenever you have to poop in the shower, do you waffle stomp it down the drain, or do you grab and toss it into the toilet?
Usually quicker to eat. The first few times it's rough.
I
Waffle
could
stomping
just hang ass
inconsistent.
over the edge of the
Yeah, if you have the
over
tactical
the
toilet.
bowl. Yeah.
Where'd she go?
Wait, those were probably the best answers I've ever gotten. I always ask that at conventions because, like, conventions, some people are just very awkward, and then, like, it is what it is. And if they're awkward, I will just hit them with the, okay, so whenever you gotta poop in the shower, do you waffle stomp or do you grab and toss? They either run away and I know they're not my kind of people, or they like look at me, they give me this really funny face, and they're like, probably grab and toss it because I don't want to clean up the mess. And I'm like, oh, come on, we gotta work on your creativity, man.
The grab and toss is a little too chaotic. I have like animals in the home.
Oh, imagine if you miss and they try to lick it up to clean it before you could get to it.
They're quick on it. Dogs crave fecal matter.
It's like
They're
half
big
of
on
what
it.
they're into, yeah.
Yeah, they're like huge into it.
That's why they sniff butts.
It's a big part of it.
Watch
have
out
to
for the
keep-
dog girls.
We have to keep all of our toilets shut in our house because our cats will literally jump in them if we don't.
Bath time.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any other questions for us, Eva?
I don't really think so. I just wanted to continue to glaze you guys and say keep doing what you're doing. Keep it up. It's very good. It's very good. And I'm really grateful that you guys asked if I wanted to come on because I love yapping. And yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Keep it up. I always enjoy it. It keeps me sane every Friday while I'm working on my projects at work.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you very much. You obviously keep up the great work as well because you're doing crazy cool stuff, and we always really appreciate that. This turned into a little bit of a long 15-minute interview, which is fine.
I think she likes to yap.
Yeah,
A little bit.
that's fine. And normally I'm just like listening, and I'm like going, I see. So it's fun to actually get the back and forth this time, I guess.
Yeah. See, I like back and forth. I think it's fun. I get to yaps to real people.
We are
Males
real.
on video. Male on
Oh
stream.
God, mail on stream.
Well, we better get out of here before anybody asks any more questions. So thank
Indeed.
you again for joining
you.
us. This has been
Thank you
wonderful.
so much. We needed this.
Yeah, more interviews. Don't be shy to reach out to all the girly pops. I'm sure they would absolutely love it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be in
You-
trouble with at least one of them for her not being the first
Yeah, one of them's
interview because I'm
a little upset.
she would be. So that's
You better reach out right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do
Message
that.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, this was very sudden, but I'm very glad it happened. This was
Absolutely.
this was a good time.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I'm really grateful. It's really awesome because I admire your guys' work. So I'm like, I'm a fangirl. I'm
Oh my
fangirling.
god.
Oh, man, this is like the meeting of the
Thank you.
fans. It's great.
This is so awesome. Like I'm
That's
literally just a
very
girl sitting in my house.
I
God
turned
forbid a
my
girl have
dining
hobbies.
room into a podcast set. I don't know what that
I was
says
gonna
about me.
ask, where is that? Because it looks sick. It looks sick.
I did have the vision for it. Like, if so, okay, don't do this. But if you go all the way back to the very first episode of this podcast, it was recorded where I'm sitting, which is in my office.
That was a good episode.
Which, yeah, there was a big square on the screen. It's great.
that I know how many views that episode has. It's like 12. I better not see 13.
Yeah. But then we quickly moved to my dining room, and I put up, like, curtains behind it. And then finally, after, like, another, 50 episodes or something, I got up the nerve to just paint my walls and, like, put up some shelves and make it look decent, so...
Heck yeah, it looks like a legitimate like studio, like
It
like
really
you
does.
guys go to a studio. Because I was like, where the heck is this? Like it just looks cool.
I wake up every day and stand like 4 feet to the left of it, eating Cheerios in a bathrobe. Like,
And you're just looking at like all the anime women on your wall. You're just like,
yeah,
this
I'm
is
like,
the
I
life.
can't invite my family over anymore. Like,
I can only afford a Dollar Tree Cheerios after all this merch.
These are my last Cheerios.
people ask if the podcast has made money, and I go, no. Look at the set; it's all it's all the
There's the
money we
money.
spent.
If we sell the set, we might make money.
Yeah,
But it's so awesome. Don't do that.
no, of course not. Of course not.
Speaking of, you guys have to dox yourself to me. Give me where I can send you cool things.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
now that
We
I'm
can
sure
send
this
you that.
isn't just a massive troll, I can do that.
This is the real Eva, or a
Up
really
until-
good impersonator.
I didn't know if it was really you at this point until like the conversation started. I was just like, if we get on and it's just some guy with like an Eva skin, I'm gonna be like, well, we tried. So
Men literally believe no one.
It's been trained not
Well, I
to.
mean, what if I am a man?
Oh, god damn it. It's true.
It keeps happening, Mom.
We tried, boys. Well, we're still posting this. It's still content. It still works.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Unedited, uncut, entire thing of us just crashing the flip out. Me being like, oh, wait. I have the perfect image. Wait.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I also like
Freedom!
freedom. I guess the one thing I should have done that I didn't, now that I think about it, is at the very start I should have been like, you're straight edge, but I can swear because it's our video, right?
Virgin pina coladas only. Sorry, man. No fun on the cruise.
Oh dang. Okay. I guess that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm hyped.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You're the first episode of A Super Chat With, which is a super chat with Eva Ananova.
Let's
right.
go.
Do I have to write a theme for interviews, or are we
Yes,
just
you
like
do.
Are we night coring the original theme?
We could. We have an anime girl
Oh
to
my
put on the
gosh.
cover now. We can make it night.
We
cool.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I got a real girl.
Girl, talk to me.
You can name it Girl Talk because a girl do be talking.
A girl do be
That's true.
talking.
That is also true. Not to cut us off, I cooked dinner immediately before starting this, and it's been sitting on my stove for like an hour. So I'd like to go eat my curry, if that's cool.
That's fine, Nick.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Bro, go bye. Go eat your curry right now. Go eat your curry.
All
We'll
right,
warm
this has
it
been
up.
wonderful. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for
I hope you
having
do
me
too.
on.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye
See ya.
bye. See ya. Bye.
See ya. This is
That
the
was
best day of
fun.
my life.
I'm gonna go eat. I'm so hungry. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.